This was a 5 marker, by the way, in a paper, but we'll start with it. So what does it say? It says y is inversely proportional to d squared when d is equal to 10, y is equal to 4. D is directly proportional to x squared when x equals 2, d equals 24. Find a formula for y in terms of x. Give your answer in its simplest form. So the way I look at these questions, right, is if I look at the actual question that they're actually asking us, right, this sentence here, find a formula for y in terms of x. What does that mean? Well, that means that our final line, right, means that we're going to have some formula y and it's going to have an x in it somehow. Yeah. Y in terms of x. That's what it means when it says y in terms of x. So now what I do is I'm going to take each piece of information. So information one, information two, and then work with these. Yeah. So for example, it says y is inversely proportional to d squared. So this becomes 1 over d squared, right? And then this becomes y is equal to k over d squared. And then they've told us values of d and y. Yeah. So that allows us to find out our constant of proportionality. So we can plug these in. So I have 4 is equal to k divided by d, which is 10. So 10 squared. This just becomes 4 is equal to k over 100. So therefore, k is equal to, just times both sides by 100. K is equal to 400. We have our constant of proportionality. We plug it into our original formula, which is this one here. So I have y is equal to 400 divided by d squared. Yeah, that's information one done, right? We've used the values and we've created a formula. Now, information two, it's telling us that d is directly proportional to x squared, right? So let me write information two here. And they said that d is directly proportional to x squared, meaning that we have d is equal to kx squared. And then what does it tell us for the values of d and x? It says when x equals 2, d is equal to 24. Yeah. So therefore, I can plug this in. So d is equal to 24. 24 is equal to k and then x squared. So 2 squared like that. Let me just double check. D is 24, x is 2. That's fine. And then now we can find out what k is. So therefore, we're going to have 24 is equal to 4k. And then therefore, let me just check. Okay, somebody's got an answer. That's great. Let's just continue. So 24 divided by 4 is 6, isn't it? Yep. So k is equal to 6, right? 24 divided by 4. We have our value for k. Now all we do is just plug that back into our original formula. So we're going to have d is equal to 6x squared. Perfect. Yeah. Now we're done in terms of step information one and information two. Now, what does the question say? Find a formula for y in terms of x. Okay, I know I need y and I know I need x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring those formulas together, right? And then see what we can do. Yeah. So paste this here and then I'll paste this here again. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to screen grab that part of the question and then put it underneath so you guys can see it. Yeah. So paste this here. Okay. And then I'll paste it right here. So paste. And then, I think I need to move this down a bit just so we have it. Okay. So we're here so far, right? And this is the question. Find a formula for y in terms of x. Give your answer in its simplest form. Okay. Remember what we said about y in terms of x and what it means. It means that our answer needs to have y in it and then blah, 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 x somehow. Yeah. So I know that it's definitely most important going on here, right? But what is the problem here? We have y is equal to something in terms of the variable d, isn't it? Right now, this here, I'm going to write a quotation mark. This is y in terms of d, yeah? Because we have the variable d. This is a problem. We need it in terms of x. So what do we do in this case? Well, as we can see from this step here, right? We have d in terms of x, don't we? This is d in terms of x. So what I can do is I can substitute this d expression for d into y, and that will get rid of the d. Yeah? So d in terms of x. So what you do now is this will say y is equal to 400, right? Divided by, and then this is d here. This is d. I'm going to replace it with 6x squared. And then all squared, isn't it? Right? Let me put this in blue so you guys can see what's going on here. Yeah. This here is D, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So I can see from the chat that a couple of people got something close to this, or they got here. However, there's a final line. Give your answer in its simplest form, right? So what does that mean? Well, it means that you need to simplify where possible, and you can simplify this, right? So if I just put this here, 6x squared, right? All squared. Well, what does this equal to? This is just 6x squared multiplied by 6x squared again. This is going to be 6 times 6 is 36. X squared times x squared is x to the power of 4, right? So therefore, this becomes 400 divided by uh 36x to the 4, right? And then now, how do I simplify this? Well, I need to just look top and bottom. I can see a 400 here, and I can see a 36 here. So what you can do is, well, what is the common factor? I can divide by 4, can't I? I can divide by 4 top and bottom. Let me write divide by 4 top and bottom, right? What does this give me when I do that? Well, 400 divided by 4 is 100, right? Divided by, what is 36 divided by 4? It's 9, isn't it? Yeah? So we get that, 9 next to the 4. Can we simplify this anymore? No, we can't. There are no common factors. So your final answer will be y is equal to 100 divided by 9x to the power of 4. Does that make sense, guys? And did anybody get this correct, by the way? This was a 5 marker on a non-calculator paper. I can't remember what example. I think it was Edexcel. But yeah, does that make sense?